Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to lecture number 5 on Morse wire spectroscopy. In this video, we will discuss the instrumentation used in Morse wire spectroscopy. In the previous videos, we have seen that the resonance absorption takes place only when the energy of emitted gamma ray, that is ET minus ER, matches to the energy of gamma ray required for the excitation of ground state isomeric nucleus, that is ET plus EKE, where ET is transition energy, ER is recoil energy, and EKE is kinetic energy. The resonance absorption will take place when these two energy terms match with each other. We have also seen that the energy difference between ET minus ER and ET plus EKE is minimized by placing gamma ray source and gamma ray absorber in the crystal lattice, because on doing so the mass of the system increases, and we know that for a given momentum the kinetic energy is inversely proportional to mass. Therefore, on increasing the mass, the recoil energy and the kinetic energy decrease largely. The gamma ray source is provided relative velocity with respect to the sample or absorber. The gamma ray source is provided relative velocity with respect to the sample or absorber to match the energy of emitted gamma ray to the energy of gamma ray required for the excitation of ground state isomeric nucleus present in the sample. And this phenomenon is based on Doppler shift. Instrumentation. The outlines of the instrumentation for scanning Morse wire spectrum are given below. Let us see this diagram carefully. The gamma ray source is mounted on a driver. The driver performs back and forth movement. As a result, the gamma ray source mounted on it also performs back and forth movement. It means the gamma ray source is provided relative velocity with respect to gamma ray absorber or sample, which is on a fixed position. These are incident gamma rays. Some of the gamma rays are absorbed by the sample and the rest gamma rays are transmitted. The transmitted gamma rays enter into detector, which is connected to a computer. Thus, the detector detects and counts the gamma rays entering into it. Let us see again. The gamma ray source is mounted on a driver. The gamma rays emitted from the source fall on the absorber or sample. A portion of gamma ray is absorbed by it. The rest gamma rays enter into detector. These are transmitted gamma rays, and the gamma rays entering the detector are counted by a computer. Details of the components. The main components of the instrument for scanning Morse wire spectrum are given below. First of all, driver. The Morse wire source is mounted on a driver which provides different velocities to the Morse wire source. The Morse wire source is mounted on a driver which provides different velocities to the Morse wire source relative to the sample or absorber. We have already seen that the driver performs back and forth movement, forward and backward movement, and as a result, the Mossbar source mounted on it also does the same, and thus the Mossbar source gets relative velocity with respect to sample or absorber. The driver is of two types. First, a screw thread drive. The Mossbar source is mounted on the head of a screw, a common tool. The rotation of a screw gives a steady velocity to the source. The screw is rotated in clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction. As a result, the source gets a steady velocity because the source is mounted on the head of a screw. Different velocities can be set to the gamma ray source relative to the sample by varying the screw speed. The gamma ray source mounted on the screw can be provided different velocities relative to the sample, and this is done by varying the speed of a screw. This is the screw, and gamma ray source is mounted on its head. The screw is moved in clock as anti-clockwise directions. As a result, the screw performs motion in the forward direction and backward direction. Plus V means the gamma ray source is moving towards the sample. Minus V means the gamma ray source is moving away from sample. However, the screw and thread drive has some limitations because the wear and bearing vibrations tend to cause some problems. Oscillatory drive. It is a more convenient arrangement in which the Mossbar source is mounted on an oscillatory drive. The oscillatory drive is nothing but a loudspeaker coil, and an alternating current of a few cycles per second is applied to make it oscillate back and forth. Let us see it again. The gamma ray source is mounted on an oscillatory drive, and the oscillatory drive is actually a speaker coil in which alternating current of a few cycles per second is passed. As a result, the oscillatory drive oscillates in forward and backward direction, that is, oscillates back and forth. The oscillatory motion of this drive imparts the source a varying velocity relative to the absorber or sample. Both the drives have the same function. They provide the gamma ray source different relative velocities to the gamma ray source relative to the gamma ray absorber. Detector, gamma ray detector. The gamma ray detector is placed behind the sample as we have seen in the figure, and it is connected to computing device to count the number of gamma rays entering the detector. The gamma ray detector is placed behind the sample and it is connected to computing device to count the number of gamma rays entering the detector, and thus become able to detect and count the number of gamma rays falling on it. The following gamma ray detectors are generally used in the Mossbar spectroscopy. First of all, scintillation counter. This type of counter is used to detect and count gamma rays with energy greater than 15 kilo electron volt. An example of this type of detector is sodium iodide thallium detector. When gamma ray enters the scintillation crystal, the crystal produces visible light, visible photon. The number of photons produced is directly proportional to the number of gamma rays entering the detector. The photons then collide, a photocathode ejecting photoelectrons, and thus an electric current is produced whose strength is measured. Thus, the electric current produced and its strength is measured. The strength of electric current is directly proportional to number of photoelectrons, and number of photoelectrons is directly proportional to number of gamma rays. Thus, we become able to count the gamma rays entering the detector. Second type of detector is gas filled proportional counters. These are useful to detect and count gamma rays with low energy. These are filled with 90% xenon, argon, krypton or neon, and remaining 10% with methane or nitrogen gases as quenching agents. These are gas-filled proportional counters. And third one is lithium drifted germanium detectors. These solid state detectors operate at liquid nitrogen temperature in order to minimize the noise. The gamma rays entering such detectors produce a number of electrons in the conduction band and hole in the valence band. The gamma rays entering such detectors produce a number of electron-hole pairs. In terms of band theory, electrons are produced in the conduction band and the holes are produced in valence band. These are useful in the detection of medium energy gamma rays having energy 20 to 100 kilo electron volt. MOS wire source. The resonance absorbers taken in the MOS wire experiment are stable isotopes. Let us see it again. The MOS wire absorbers taken in the MOS wire experiment are stable isotopes of elements with which the MOS wire effect can be observed. And what are MOS wire source? The MOS wire source is the excited state of the same isotope. Same isotope means the isotope used as absorber, and the source is the excited state of the same isomer. That is, the absorber and the gamma ray source both are isomeric. We have already seen that the nuclei having same atomic number and same mass number but different amounts of energies are associated with them are called nuclear isomers. In MOS wire spectroscopy, the gamma ray absorber and the gamma ray source are nuclear isomers. The gamma ray source is also called MOS wire source. The MOS wire source should have suitable lifetime. If the lifetime of MOS wire source is short, such as less than 10 to the power minus 10 second, the natural line width is large, because the natural line width is inversely proportional to average life of the source. And if the life period of gamma ray source is a small, short, the line width will be large, and it results in the fact that sensitivity of the method will decrease. It means if the lifetime of gamma ray source is less than 10 to the power minus 10 second, the natural line width of gamma ray emission will be large and it will decrease the sensitivity of the method. On the other hand, if the lifetime of the Mossberg source is large, such as greater than 10 to the power minus 6 second, the natural line width will be small. We have already explained that the natural line width is inversely proportional to life period of the gamma ray source, and if the life period is large, the natural line width will be small, and it poses difficulty in resonance absorption. Therefore, the Mossberg source should have lifetime in the range 10 to the power minus 6 second to 10 to the power minus 10 second. The Mossberg source should have life period in the range 10 to the power minus 6 second to 10 to the power minus 10 second. And second feature which must be possessed by the Mossberg source is suitable energy. Gamma ray emitting from the Mossberg source should have suitable energy. The gamma ray emitting from the Mossberg should have suitable energy, and it should be usually in the range 10 kilo electron volt to 100 kilo electron volt. If the energy of gamma ray is less than 10 kilo electron volt, it is strongly absorbed in the solid crystal lattice. We have already seen that the gamma ray source and gamma ray absorber are fixed in solid crystal lattices to minimize the recoil energy and to minimize the kinetic energy. If the energy of gamma ray is greater than 100 kilo electron volt, the recoil free fraction of the energy will be rho. It means if the energy of gamma ray is greater than 100 kilo electron volt, the major portion of the energy of gamma ray appears in the form of recoil energy. The recoil free energy of gamma ray is directly proportional to e to the power minus energy of gamma ray to the square. Recoil free fraction of the energy of gamma ray is proportional to e to the power minus e gamma square, where e gamma is the energy of gamma ray. It is obvious that if energy of gamma ray increases, the recoil free fraction of gamma ray decreases because the power is minus. Yani major portion of the energy of gamma ray will appear in the form of recoil energy. Thus, there are two features of Mossberg source. First of all, its lifetime should be in the range 10 to the power minus 6 second to 10 to the power minus 10 second, and its energy and the energy of gamma ray should be from 10 kilo electron volt to 100 kilo electron volt. Two important Mossberg sources satisfying the above conditions are given below. First of all, Fe57 having half-life 9.8 into 10 to the power minus 8 second, and the energy of gamma ray emitting from it is 14.4 kilo electron volt. Another Mossberg source is SN119, which has half-life 1.9 into 10 to the power minus 8 second, and the energy of gamma ray emitting from it is 23.9 kilo electron volt. Thus, Fe57 and SN119 satisfy both the above conditions and these are generally used as moss wire source. Thank you for watching the video with concentration. Please like, share and subscribe it so that I may bring more useful, more fruitful videos before you in future. Thank you.